Alright, so this video is going to cover this HTML processing. So let's read this. It says millions of web pages on the internet are formatted in HTML, hypertext markup language. HTML text contains embedded tags, formatting instructions enclosed in angle brackets. So you got like a less than and a greater than symbol. The formatting tags often come in pairs where the opening tag indicates the beginning of some formatting, for example, italics, bold, and underline, and the closing tag indicates the end of the formatting. The closing tag contains the same keyword or instructions as the opening tag but preceded by a slash. The following example shows a line of HTML text and illustrates the way it might be displayed. So you got the, and then in italics you've got quick, and then in bold you've got brown, fox, and then you've got bold, jumps over, but then you have an underline, opening, closing, under, or underneath, over, the lazy, and then dog. So this is what it would come out like. There's your italics, brown, fox, jumps over, the lazy dog. Okay. Processing HTML text may involve such tasks as removing the tags from the text or verifying that opening and closing tags come in matching pairs. In this question, we deal with the text represented as a string object. We assume that HTML text contains only complete tags, all opening and closing tag characters, properly delimited tags, and do not otherwise occur inside tags or anywhere else in the text. Segments of text formatted with the different tags may overlap. In the above example, the word over falls in the overlapping bold and underline segments. You will write a few methods of the HTML processor class for processing HTML tags. So this part right here is in Java, so I'll just actually even just delete this. Well, this will be our main. Just assume this is main. Okay, then we'll have our string text, and then we'll find the first tag, and we'll pass in the text, and that will pop back this right here, the italics, because that's the first tag. Then we'll remove the first italics tag, okay, because it's right there. So this will pop back this with the italics tag removed, and then we'll remove all the tags, which will then pop back that string with all of the tags removed. This is write the first find first method of the HTML processor class is started below. The method finds and returns the first tag in a given HTML text. Okay. So what I did was I just put that into main, and then I created my three different excuse me, my three different methods. Okay, so we want this to return that right there. So what we'll do, let's think about this. We'll say int first index is going to be equal to text dot find. We'll find the first opening tag. Int second index text dot find, and we'll find the closing one right there. Well, that's not really the closing one, but they will say, so it has to find both of them, alright? So if what first index is not equal to the string okay, so it needs to find them. Okay, so this would make sure that it finds both the opening and closing. And if it finds it, then it needs to do something. If it doesn't, we'll return a blank there, a blank string. But if not, we'll return the text dot substring, and we want to be able to find that. So the first one, now let's do this. 0. Okay. Just make sure I got the same thing up here. I think I missed any. No, I can't find it. That's fine. Okay, so the first one of these is found at index position 4. Okay. So we probably want to start at the first index, right? We start at the first index. And then the second index is at what? 6. So let's think about this. 6 minus 4 is 2. 1, 2. But we need that whole thing. So let's add a 1 to it. So we would just say second index minus the first index plus 1. Okay. That's just a, so it finds it at 6. It starts at 4. And so 6 minus 4 is 2, but we want not the first 2, we want the first 3. So I just added 1 to it. So let's say it finds this at, it finds this at 12 and this at 15. 15 minus 12 is 3. So 1, 2, 3. So I still need that extra 1 to get the end one. So in my mind, this algorithm would be fine. I don't see why, if it finds it here, I don't know, whatever that is, 10, 20, 30, 40, let's say 50, and 53. 53 minus 50 would be 3. And so 1, 2, 3 plus 1 would give us there. So this should work. Okay. So let's try it out. Yeesh. What's going on there? Project. Run code. Alright. I don't really know what's going on here. I'm going to pause this and get this reset up. I'll come back to this. So, alright, I think I figured it out. I didn't have the project open. I just had the code open. So anyway, I fixed it, and I commented these out for now because these needed to return something, which we're not there yet. So anyway, this is the exact same code. So when I run it, it spits out, the first one, which is the I right here. But let's say we get rid of that, and now it should find the first one right here. Yeah, right there. Okay, so we know that it's working good. It's tested so far, so good. Alright, so that finds the first one. So now what we want to do is we want to remove that first one, I believe. Let me look here. Yeah, it removes that first one. First one finds it, the second one down here would take the text in, and then the first one, and then removes it. Okay, so right here, let's do that. So it finds that one for the first time, it passes in the string, that, and it's going to remove that. Alright, so we'll do what? We'll do an int, and then say first index is going to be equal to text dot find okay, and then what we'll do is we'll say if what's this string right here, if it finds it, if we do the first index is not, oops, it's not equal to the string npos, then what we'll do is we'll do a int begin of new index equals the first index plus the str length. Okay, so what is this going to do? This will take the first index position, so it finds it at what position 4, and then we do the length of the string, and the length of the string is 1, 2, 3. So at position 4, and then we add 3 to it, and that gives us the beginning of the next index, which would be that quick right there. Let's say text is equal to the text dot substring. We'll do 0 to the first index plus the text dot substring, the begin of new index, begin of new index, and we will return the text, and if that is false, meaning it doesn't find it, we'll just return the text, the original text. Okay, so again, it's going 0 to the first index. First index is 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. First 4 positions. Okay, and then it does the beginning of the new one, which I showed you how to do. It starts at 7 and it goes all the way to the end. So it's like you're rebuilding a new string just without that in there. Okay, so let's test this. Alright, so we remove that right there. Alright, so last up, remove all the tags. Okay, so there was a reason why we wrote these first two. And so the idea of object-oriented programming and building all these functions is that you've already tested them, you know they work, so reuse the code whenever you can, alright? Alright, so we're going to say string revised text is going to be equal to the text, okay? And then we'll do string, call it start tag, is going to be equal to find the first find first tag. So that should find the first one, and that will be our string. So this would find, it would find, the first one, which would be that one, okay? Then once we find it, so then we gotta do while, and remember it could return blank, so while the start tag is not equal to blank, okay, then we could say string end tag is going to be equal to plus the start tag dot substring. Now so the start tag just looks like that, doesn't look like that, okay? So that would be position 0 of the start tag. So we really want to start at position 1 because we already have one of those. So let me show you. So we want our start tag. So this would be like our start tag, right? This would be position 0 of it. So we want to start at position 1 at that I. So we're basically adding in this plus I, and then the start tag length. Start tag dot length. Okay, so the length of the start tag is what? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's going to give us our end tag. And then now what we do in here is we'll say the new start tag is going to be equal to, whoops, did I forget? I definitely forgot some. I forgot to remove it. Yeah. So revised text is going to be equal to, we got to remove the revised text, comma, the start tag. Okay, so while we find the start tag, then we pass in the start tag, which finds the first one. Okay, it finds the first one right there. Bam. That's our start tag, and then this is our revised text. We remove it. If it's there, we return the new text right here, and that gets assigned to the revised text. So it'd basically be this up here without that first I tag. It'd be the quick, and then, okay, because we got to do one at a time here, and that's why we have a while loop to keep going through this thing. Then we have ourselves an end tag. Think here. I don't even know if we need this end tag. Let me think about this. I mean, we really don't even need the end tag. I think, here, let me see if we can get away with this without even using an end tag. Because they all have the same opening and closing, you know, greater than or less than symbol. So our new start tag will be equal to find the first tag, and passed in the revised text to it. Okay, and then we'll check to see if it's there. If it is, then just keep doing this over and over again. Let me see here. Actually, no, wait. I gotta return the end. After it, I gotta return the revised text. Let's see here. Yep. It'll just remove all of them. I was trying to think about this with the end tag stuff, but you know, there's different ways to do this, and you can do a bunch of error checking and stuff, and I'm just assuming that, you know, everybody passes an opening and a closing, and so, you know, it is what it is. So this should work. Like I said, there are different ways to do this with better error checking. This doesn't have a lot of good error checking, so if this is screwed up right here, you could have errors in this thing that wouldn't remove things properly. But, you know, this would be as hard as a problem as you'll get in a intro level type programming course. So I'm not going to waste my time doing error checking and all that kind of stuff. So let me run it one more time just to make sure all of them are out, and this program will be done. That's kind of weird. Project. Let me rebuild it. Build, rebuild. Okay, success. Quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Alright, cool. Alright, this video is done.